Hello, students. So let's talk about how to use your email. When you are logged into your Google account, click on your Gmail, which now brings you into your email. So as a student, I have assignments that I haven't opened from my teachers. So what I can see here in my inbox, there are 7 unopened emails, all the ones that are in bold. So let me click on my first assignment here. Okay, so this tells me when it was sent. So that was sent today, 2 hours ago. And I need to work on my assignment. That's what this email is telling me, that there is a new assignment in Google Classroom. If I go back to my email, it is now unbolded. So I've read this email. Done. Now I need to read my next email. Okay, from Mrs. Stager. This is what's in the assignment for Google Classroom. I've now read that email. Done. Notice, here you go. They've both been read. And now it says my inbox has 5 unread emails. This is how you read your emails. Now, let's talk about if you want to reply to an email. If I want to reply, I click on this arrow here and click reply. Okay. When you reply to an email, start with hello, Cirillo. Thank you for sending me the assignment. I have a question about, I can even go back up and look at the assignment, about the pledge of the day. Notice I am writing in complete sentences. I'm not just typing as I would talk. I'm writing in complete sentences. Okay. Thank you for your help. Sincerely. You would put your name there. This is how you write an email. So when you are done composing your email, you click send. It has now been sent. Okay, so there it is, sent. Fabulous. Yay, sent an email. Now, let's say, let me go back to my inbox. Let's say I want this one to be starred. I want to be able to find this email whenever I want without having to scroll through and look through everything. So if I click on that little star, now I go over here to where it says starred, and I click, oh, look, there it is. And that's the only one there. So I can continue to star other ones. I want to make sure that I star this email. So now I go back to my starred, and there are both of my starred emails. Okay. Let's go back to my inbox. So I want to compose my email. I need to ask a question to my computer teacher. Compose. In the subject line, this is where you put a couple of words about what your question or your email is about. This is not where you put your entire email. So for example, question about computer assignment number 2. So hello, Mrs. Schutz. Notice I have my greeting. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to say, I have a question about how to complete the assignment in code.org. I can't log into my account. Can you please help me? Thank you. And this is where you put your name. This is what it should look like. All of this should not be here. This is your subject. Quick summary of what you're asking or what you need to say. It's like a title. So, question about computer assignment number 2. Hello, Mrs. Schutz. I have a question about how to complete the assignment in code.org. I can't log into my account. Can you please help me? And look, here's my ending. Thank you. And then I would put my name. Then I click my send. I have now sent an email. Your sent email, look, it's not in your inbox. If you want to see who you sent emails to, I click send. Look, there's the question about my computer assignment, and here's the one where I replied to Pledge of the Day. There's my star. Back to my inbox. Okay, so here are more of my unread emails. So I'm going to click, and here's my new assignment in that classroom. Go back to here. Okay. Now let's say I completed these 2 assignments already. I just didn't see them in my email. Notice that I checked them off. So these 2 assignments I already completed. I'd already gone through Classroom and completed them, but I didn't look in my Google Gmail. So let's say I completed these 2 Google Classroom assignments already. I had seen them in Google Classroom, but I hadn't checked my email yet, but they're already done. I can mark these as read. So if I check the box on the left-hand side, and I go up here to my little envelope, I can mark it as read without having to open it. Okay. Now I can unselect it. Now I have only 2 unread emails. So let's say I read this email. Okay, it's a fun video. Cool. I'm reading this email. Excellent. Okay. Now let's say this last email that I read, I want to remember it or I want to read it again. I can either select it and mark it as unread here, or I can go all the way over to the right and mark it as unread there. So now I had read it previously, but now I marked it as unread, so I remember to go back in and look at it again. So we've talked about how to star important emails. We've talked about how to read and compose and send an email where you have who you're sending it to, your subject, and your body, and your closing. Thank you. Now we see how to mark as read and unread. Now let's talk about how to delete some emails. If you no longer need this email here or this email here, you can put them in the trash. You can delete. Okay. It says move to the trash. I can undo it if I did it by accident. Okay. Or I can do it again. So let's say I just wanted to delete this one. I can delete here, or I can delete up here. Whichever one you want. Delete. These are just some of the simple ways to use your student Gmail account.